Welcome back, Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. So today we got a new request by a new subscriber and also a new sponsor. We're talking about SIDECARDOG. And yes, that's his name. That's his YouTube name. We don't really know his real name, but it's not about that. So we have a cool request. We're gonna do a marathon for SIDECARDOG. It's all Bruce Springsteen. So this is very exciting because we can't get enough Bruce Springsteen on the channel. So I'm always excited when we do, bits and pieces, but this is an entire marathon today. So we're going to start it off with the song. This is 4th of July, Asbury Park, and it says Sandy. And this is from the Wild and Innocent and E Street Shuffle album. This is let's see what 1975. I've seen this album before. I've done some reactions to this. Then second one is from the Greetings from Asbury Park, New York. This is Lost in the Flood, the song. Then we're gonna do again from the Wild and Innocent album, Rosalita, come out tonight. And we're gonna close it off with Meeting Across the River from the Born to Run. I've seen that's a very epic cover. So that's gonna be the marathon. So thank you so much, SIDECARDOG, for this request. I can't wait, and a lot of people are gonna appreciate this. A lot of people are gonna love this. So I love how Bruce Springsteen, how important he is for, just American music, but just world music in general. He's just an amazing artist and influence to others, and young and old. So very excited to do this. So again, if you're new to the channel, because it is a Bruce Springsteen video, there might be some newcomers. Welcome to the channel. If you like what you see, please give us a like, or you can also subscribe. There's no cost or anything. Remember, my wife and I, we do a lot of videos together, so you'll also see her a lot, and it's just wonderful. She's getting more into this kind of music. I'm getting more into this kind of music. She's starting to play guitar, so all this stuff is being used. It's not just there for decoration or anything. So we are music lovers, but we grew up in Mexico, where there's only a couple of bands that you can really discover. So that's why we're on this journey of discovery of new bands. But you'll if you go back to the first videos, you will see. So all right, well, SIDECARDOG, thank you so much again, and let's get it started. So thank you for being here. And here we go. This is the Lost in the Flood is 73, and the Born to Run 1975. So also everything in the 70s. Here we go with 4th of July, Asbury Park. Here we go.
Sandy, the fireworks are hailing over Little Eden tonight, forcing a light into all those stony faces left stranded on this warm July. Down in town, the circuits full of switchblade lovers, so fast, so shiny, so sharp. As the wizards play down on Pinball Way, on the boardwalk way past dark. And the boys from the casino dance with their shirts open like Latin lovers on the shore, chasing all them silly New York virgins by the score. tramp the streets or get busted for sleeping on the beach all night. Them boys in their high heels, ah, sandy, their skins are so white. And me, I just got tired of hanging in them dusty arcades, banging them pleasure machines, chasing the factory girls underneath the boardwalk, where they all promised to unsnap her jeans. And you know that tilt-a-whirl down on the South Beach drag, I got on it last night and my shirt got caught, and it kept me spinning, dude. Didn't think I'd ever get off. Ooh, Sandy, the world is rising behind us. The speed lights our carnival life on the water, running left beneath the boardwalk, all with the boss's daughter. I remember Sandy girl, na 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 na, baby.
Wow, beautiful. I'm sorry for the interruption there. I didn't really know where I was gonna. I just have to pause because it is Bruce Springsteen, and the record companies of this particular artist are very strict. So basically, if you don't pause, then you can't say it's fair use, and they block it. So I just know this. So, but I wanted to talk about the whole beginning of the song and the music. I love how rich like Bruce Springsteen as music is. There's a lot of interplay of other instruments. There's of course the guitar and bass and piano, but there's also a lot of other additions like saxophones, like harmonica. It's just very rich always. It's always very inviting and it's very positive. And I love that how he narrates here, almost like he's telling a story, and it's very easy to get into and visualize this whole thing, you know. I love that. And it's almost kind of like it's a little bit, you know, like sad because it's so long ago and it's just stuff that was happening, and it's like put on paper and then it's recorded, and it's with all the good intention and with all the best I don't know. It's just like I think that that's something that we have lost in today's music. Like when you hear music on the radio, it's usually about, you know, nothing. It's about money and sex, and you know, it doesn't have any kind of like meaning anymore. It's just like garbage. So this is still poetry. This is still something for the heart, for the soul. It's food, you know, for the soul. And I just think that's the thing that kind of makes me sad, that we have lost that. I mean, there's still artists that do it, but it's not on the radio, it's not being commercialized, it's just like a hidden thing. And I love that SIDECARDOG named this early Springsteen hidden gems. That's how I feel about this whole genre of music that we're doing, the 70s. It's just gems that are hidden because nobody plays it anymore. Only people that know about music play it in their homes. And then there's some, I mean, of course, some radio channels that do play classic rock, but also only like, you know, we did this the other day, you know, we were like playing Yes, but we did Owner of a Lonely Heart because something as complex as Close to the Edge wouldn't get any, you know, response from the people. It's just like a sad thing. But well, back to the music. I'm loving this. I love the way he like phrases. Sometimes he elongates the words into the chord or shortens them, and something like Joni Mitchell does also very well. It's just amazing. So let's continue, but I'm loving this. Thank you so much again. I'm gonna call you Sidecar, or let me know how you want to be called. But thank you for this marathon.
Sandy. That waitress I was seeing lost her desire for me. I spoke with her last night. She said she won't set herself on fire for me anymore. She worked that joint under the boardwalk. She was always a girl you saw bopping down the beach with the radio. The kids say last night she was dressed like a star in one of them cheap little seaside bars. And I saw her parked with Loverboy out on the Kokomo. Did you hear the cops finally busted Madame Marie for telling fortunes better than they do? For me this boardwalk life's through, babe. You ought to quit this scene too. The road is rising behind us. This daylight's our carnival life forever. Oh, love me tonight, and I promise I'll love you forever. Oh, I mean it, Sandy girl. My baby. Yeah, I promise, Sandy girl. Sha-la-la-la-la, baby.
Great song, Sandy. Great tune, great story. You know, I love like the whole. It's a very lovely visual aid that he provides with the lyrics. You know, about people. I loved how he did like taking out their shirts like Latin lovers at the beach. You know, you can really see everything. Really cool. Okay. Thank you, and we're gonna do now Lost in the Flood. This was 73. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go back in time a little. It's 73. Oh no, wait, he recorded this, I guess, the same year. So we're staying where we are. Lost in the Flood. There we go.
The ragamuffin gunner's returning home like a hungry runaway. He walks through town all alone. He must be from the fort, he hears the high school girls say. His countryside's burning with wolfmen fairies, dressed in drag for homicide. They hit and run, plead sanctuary, neath the holy stone they hide. They're breaking beams and crosses with the spastics real in perfection. Nuns run bald through Vatican halls, pregnant, pleading immaculate conception. And everybody's wrecked on Main Street from drinking unholy blood. Stickers smile sweet as Gunner breathes deep, his ankles caked in mud. And I said, hey Gunner man, that's quicksand, that ain't mud. Have you thrown your sense to the war, or did you lose them in the flood? That pure American brother, dull-eyed and empty-faced, races Sundays in Jersey, in a Chevy stock Super 8. He rides her low in the hip, on the side he's got Bound for Glory, in red, white, and blue flash paint. He leans on the hood telling racing stories, the kids call him Jimmy the Saint. Well, that blazing noise boy, he's gunning that bitch, loaded a blasting point. He rides head first into a hurricane and disappears into a point. And there's nothing left but some blood where the body fell. There is nothing left that you could say. across the horizon, a real highwayman's farewell. And I said, hey kid, you think that's oil? Man, that ain't oil, that's blood. I wonder what he was thinking when he hit that storm. Or was he just lost in the flood? 8th Avenue sailors in satin shirts whisper in the air. Some storefront incarnation of Maria, she's putting on me to stare. And Bronx's best apostle stands with his hand on his own hardware. Everything stops, you hear 5 quick shots, the cops will come up for air. And now the whiz-bang gang from uptown, they're shooting up the street. Oh, that cat from the Bronx starts letting loose, but he gets blown right off his feet. Oh, and some kid comes blasting around the corner, but a cop puts him right away. He lays on the street holding his leg, screaming something in Spanish, still breathing when I walked away. And someone said, hey man, did you see that? His body hit the street with such a beautiful thud. I wonder what the two were saying. Or was he just lost in the flood? Well, hey man, did you see that? Blow, those poor cats are sure messed up. I wonder what they were getting into. Or were they all just lost in the flood?
Okay. Wow, that's pretty heavy. You know, the lyrics really hard-hitting ones. But it's a reality, you know, that happens in the streets, and sometimes, like he said, wow, did you see how he like hit the floor? And wow, and then he was yelling something in Spanish. It's crazy. That still happens, you know, and it used to happen, and it will continue to happen. It's crazy. Great song again, very story driven, a lot of context, a lot of lyrics, and just beautiful music, you know, to, you know, it's more like what how I see his music is more like almost like it's not like Jim Morrison like poetry. It's more like really like storytelling, like, you know, what's his Bob Dylan type, you know, very heavily story driven, very beautiful, very very sad, this one. I did pause because again I want to get in trouble. I at least tried. I know it's at the end of the song, but let's rewind a little bit and just take in that intro, that outro. Yeah, I think this is like, I guess, the saddest one I've heard so far, as the lyrics, as far as the lyrics go. Very beautiful though, very very real, you know, real. So okay, we're going back to the album The Wild, the Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle. I love that title, by the way, for an album. But we're gonna do now Rosalita, Come Out Tonight. Here we go. I think about, like, I think Bruce Springsteen is it's so effective, the way he sings, that if you play this at any tempo or in any variation, if it's only a guitar and no other instruments, or only a piano and no other instruments, it's equally as effective, the music, because the lyrics are, it's so heavily driven by the lyrics. That's basically everything else is just to make it obviously richer. But like I said before, there's a lot of instrumentation, but it's just to make it more, you know. But I mean, you could read this to someone, or you could just play it on an acoustic guitar or on a piano, and it would be equally as effective. And maybe this is very upbeat here, but you could play this very slowly and it would be equally as effective. That's just something that's very cool, because some songs are just, they hang on to a specific tempo, and if you lose that tempo, the song falls apart, you know. So that's what I like about this artist, that it's just something that you can narrate almost, and it would be still equally as effective. Just a little observation that I made, but I just love how there's all these instruments coming in, trumpet, sax. It sounds a little bit tropical in there, here and there. It's really, really rich. I love it.
Jack the Rabbit and Whitney Willie, don't you know they're gonna be there? Sloppy Sue and Big Bones Billy, they'll be coming up for real. We're gonna play some pool, skip some school, act real cool, stay out all night, it's gonna feel alright. So Rosie, come out tonight, oh baby, come out tonight. Windows are for cheaters, chimneys for the poor. Oh, closets are for hangers, women use the door. So use the Rosie, that's what it's there for. And Rosalita, dump a little lighter. Senorita, come sit by my fire. I just wanna be your loving lover. Rosalita, you're my strong desire. Alright. Now I know your mama, she don't like me, 'cause I play in a rock and roll band. And I know your daddy don't dig me, but he never did understand. Your papa lowered the boat and locked you in your room. I'm coming to lend a hand. I'm coming to liberate you, confiscate you. I want to be your man. Someday we'll look back on this and it will all seem funny. But now you're sad, your mama's mad, and your papa says he knows that I don't. Oh, your papa says he knows. Oh, so your
And it's 7 minutes long, and it didn't. I felt like it was like what 3 minutes. It's just very very. I mean, I don't know. It was very nice to hear how he was trying to like convince Rosalita's dad of. I mean, he's like, yeah, I know he doesn't like me because I'm in a rock band, but hey, I'm getting my big break, and I love the whole. It's so rich and in lyrics. It's like I don't know how he remembers all this on stage. I mean, quite something. I love the song. I'm loving this album. It's very interesting and it deserves lots of re-listens. So we're gonna go now to Born to Run. Now this is 2 years later, and this is a very epic cover that I've always come across. So this is Meeting Across the River. Here we go.
Hey Eddie, can you lend me a few bucks? Tonight, can you get us a ride? Gotta make it through the tunnel. Got a meeting with a man on the other side. And Eddie, this guy, he's the real thing. So if you wanna come along, you gotta promise you won't say anything. This guy don't dance, and the word's been passed, this is our last chance. We gotta stay cool tonight, Eddie, 'cause man, we got ourselves out on that line. And if we blow this one, they ain't gonna be looking for just me this time. And all we gotta do is hold up our end. Here, stuff this in your pocket. It'll look like you're carrying a friend. And remember, just don't smile. Change the shirt. 'Cause tonight we got style. Cherry says she's gonna walk, 'cause she found I took the radio and hocked it. But Eddie, man, she don't understand that $2 practically sitting here in my pocket. Tonight's gonna be everything that I said. And when I walk through that door, I'm just gonna throw that money on the bed. She'll see this time I wasn't just talking. Then I'm gonna go out walking. Hey Eddie, can you catch us around?
Wow. Let me know, please, in the comment section who that trumpet player was. This was a beautiful song. Just, the piano, the trumpet in the back. I love that it was, almost across the river. Very beautiful. Very beautifully sung, very beautifully played. Great. The bass also very, very in there. What a great song. All four of them was very, very nice. I love this because it was a reintroduction. I mean, we've done some marathons or some single, reaction to Bruce. But in a marathon, you get to know the artist so much more because you're involved. Like you're involved 25 minutes with their style and their music and their messages. So I'm sorry. I love doing the marathons way more than single songs because it's just a little bit more intimate thing. And so thank you so much, Sidecar Dog. This was beautiful. Thanks for the selection. Thank you for making this video happen. Everybody who knows Bruce Springsteen, who loves him, please let me know what you think of these songs. What was your favorite one out of the four? I'm sure all four of them. But was there one that, specifically stands out because some moment in time, something that happened that reminds you, there's always this one song that speaks to us a little bit more than others. Exactly, when I listen to my music, there's some of them that just do more for me than others. So let me know what you think. Like I said, if you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel. We cover a lot of music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, also from the 60s, sometimes even very modern music, specifically, and more more rock than any other genre, but also a lot of jazz. So yeah, stick around if you like it. And then of course, to all the other subscribers, thank you so much for being here, for watching, for liking. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.